Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Dionne Warwick's vocation is a legend and symbol of soul pop and R&B whose melodies turned into the soundtrack of the 60s and 70s. In this video, we uncover the stunning truth behind Dionne Warwick's tumble from beauty, how the incredible vocalist went from the level of fame to confronting monetary ruin, from losing her fortune to being compelled to go up against the truth of vagrancy. Dionne Warwick opens up about the stunning series of occasions that drove her to Chapter 11. What has been going on with the lady who once had it all? Every one of the subtleties you need are directly in this video. We should plunge in now. Dionne Warwick, the celebrated American artist, entertainer, and TV host, has once partaken in a prosperous profession, acquiring far-reaching notoriety with exemplary hits like Walk On By and I Won't Ever Fall In Adoration. Again, she has total assets of $300,000. War's monetary story has been set apart by critical difficulties. At one point, her total assets were a lot higher. However, by 2013, she wound up confronting serious monetary difficulties. At the time, her Chapter 11 archives detailed she had, as it were, $25,000 in resources, while liabilities added up to more than $10 million, notwithstanding procuring a month-to-month pay of $220,000. Warwick's costs surpassed her income, with month-to-month costs coming to $21,000. This monetary strain was not a new issue for the star. In 2007, Warwick was openly recorded among the 250 delinquent citizens with an expense obligation surpassing $2,700,000. The IRS later resolved that quite a bit of the obligation was connected to a misused bookkeeping request, which had prompted blunders in her assessment filings. In 2009, the IRS moved to gather more than $1 million in neglected charges through inclines. Warwick's story features the troubles even profoundly successful people can confront while dealing with their funds. Dionne Warwick, born into the world on December 12, 1940, in Orange, New Jersey, is one of the most famous and persuasive voices in popular and soul music. The girl of Manal Warwick, a record advertiser, and Lee Drinkard, the chief of the famous gospel bunch. The Drinkard sisters Warwick was naturally introduced to a family saturated with music. Her auntie, Houston, was likewise an amazing artist and the mother of Whitney Houston, adding one more layer of melodic heritage to Warwick's ancestry, experiencing childhood in Newark, New Jersey. Warwick was encircled by music from an early age. She sang in the ensemble at the New Trust Baptist Church, where she created her vocal gifts. Her life as a youngster encounters would later impact her strong and emotive singing style. Warwick went to East Orange Secondary School, graduating in 1959, and proceeded to concentrate on music at the Hart School of Music in West Hartford, Connecticut, where she further sharpened her abilities. Warwick's expert process started in the mid-1960s when she met writer Burt Bacharach. During a recording meeting, this experience would end up being a defining moment in her vocation. Bacharach, alongside lyricist Hal David, perceived Warwick's interesting voice and recruited her to record demo adaptations of tunes they had composed together. It was through this association that Warwick's profession genuinely took off in 1962. She was endorsed to Skep Records, with the primary single delivered under her name D. Don't Make Me Over turning into a moment hit. Strangely, her name was incorrectly spelled as Warwick on the singles mark, a mix-up that she later embraced, authoritatively taking on the new spelling for her expert profession. The early long periods of Warwick's vocation saw a progression of hits that would turn out to be part of popular music history. Her 1963 hit Anybody Who Had a Heart denoted her most memorable major achievement, breaking into the main 10 soon after. Melodies like Stroll On By, 1964, which turned into a worldwide sensation, cemented her position in the music world. All through the mid-1960s and mid-1970s, Warwick kept on churning out many hits with tracks like Do You Know the Way to San Jose, Message to Michael, Alfie, and I Simply Don't Have Any Idea What to Do to Pass the Time, Becoming a Moment. Works of art, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, turned out to be especially eminent, coming to the top 10 out of a few nations, including the UK. Canada and Japan. Her voice, known for its perfection and feeling profundity, made her a #1 among audience members. Hits kept on coming in waves with melodies like Commitments and Guarantees. This young lady's in love with you, and that's what you've lost, adoring inclination ruling the wireless transmissions in 1971. Warwick took an intense action leaving Staff Records for Warner Siblings Records. She marked a noteworthy $5 million agreement, the biggest at any point given to a female craftsman. At that point, in spite of the fact that the early years with Warner were less economically effective than her past work, she actually figured out how to discharge outstanding tracks, including the 974 hit Then. At that point, came a coordinated effort with the Spinners as the 70s gave way to the 80s. Warwick's vocation encountered a resurgence because of her marking with Arista Records in 1979 with the assistance of maker Barry Mann. She recorded a few hits during this period, including I Won't Ever Adore This Way Once More and How Frequently Could We at Any Point Say Farewell. These tunes restored her as a significant power in the music business. Warwick's capacity to advance and adjust to changing melodic preferences kept her important all through the long time. In the 1990s, Warwick wandered into the universe of infomercials, turning into the representative for the Clairvoyant Companions organization, the organization which offered clairvoyant readings by means of a 900 number. Help was a gigantic achievement, supposedly making Warwick more than $3 million every year. Warwick's later years saw preceded acknowledgement for her commitments to music. In 2008, she joined other notable female craftsmen in the Extraordinary Divas 2 Quid, and in 2011 she delivered a jazz collection, Just Trust Your Heart, including tunes from the Sammy K. H. and Jack Wolf tune book. This collection was generally welcomed. Furthermore, she reaffirmed her vocal dominance in February 2021. Warwick was selected for acceptance into the Wild Lobby of Distinction, a demonstration of her enduring effect on the music industry. On December 3, 2021, she was respected with a star on the Palm Springs Stroll of Stars, further hardening her inheritance as one of the greats. In 2024, Warwick was drafted into the Rowdy Lobby of Distinction in acknowledgement of her greatness in music. Next, we welcome you to investigate her home presently. House in South Orange, New Jersey. In 2013, Dionne Warwick regarded herself as in a troublesome monetary circumstance, driving her to petition for financial protection. At that point, the unbelievable vocalist was living in a lavish, segregated lease home in South Orange, New Jersey. The house was a shocking 4-room, 3-bath property situated in one of the best neighborhoods in South Orange, leasing for $5,000 each month. It offered both extravagance and common sense, making it an ideal fit for Warwick during this testing time. South Orange, known for its beguiling rural energy, was moreover decisively found simply a 25-minute drive from New York City during off-top hours and near neighborhood train stations, making it an optimal spot for simple admittance to the huge city while still offering the quietness of rural. It was prepared to reside inside the house with best-in-class conveniences, counting an intellectual sound framework guaranteeing that the house was up-to-date as well as likewise viable for engaging or getting a charge out of private music, a gesture to Warwick's melodic foundation. The house was additionally enlightened by complex magnolia lighting, making an air of warmth and tastefulness all through the space. The anteroom was extensive and established the vibe for the rest of the home, providing guests with a sample of the magnificence that lay past. The formal lounge and formal lounge area were ideal for facilitating visitors, offering adequate space for social affairs or personal supper parties. These regions mirrored Warwick's love of amusement. What's more, her appreciation for extravagance. For Warwick, who had gone through a long time in the spotlight, solace and usefulness were additionally significant. The principal floor rooms also, full restrooms, offered adaptability considering multi-generational living or giving confidential quarters to visitors. One of the champion elements of the property was the updated kitchen with smooth rock ledges, top-of-the-line hardened steel machines and current underlying cabinetry. The kitchen was both common sense and smart. It offered a space where cooking could be a delight, yet moreover, intended for accommodation, reflecting Warwick's inclination for extravagance, consolidated with regular usefulness. Nearby the kitchen, the brilliant and breezy Florida room advertised one more space for unwinding or relaxed. That's what engaging the normal light overflowed the room, making it an inviting climate ideal for partaking in a calm second or investing energy with. companions, and family for the people who delighted in engaging the completed cellar. Given the ideal setting, the space was intended to oblige social occasions of all sizes, whether it was a comfortable film night with companions or a bigger social occasion. The storm cellar's adaptability guaranteed that it could take care of any event, and its plan was similarly jazzy and useful, making it the ideal augmentation of Warwick's living space. Generosity as an entertainer, Warwick has enamored crowds on each mainland, spanning social partitions with her spirit, mixing tunes and emotive exhibitions. Yet her impact isn't restricted to the music outlines. It reverberates in her energetic endeavors to utilize her stage for a long-term benefit in the mid-1980s. Thanks for watching this video.